Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. And today we're going to look a little bit about creating a routine for stabilizing our nervous system. For anyone who's beginning, for anyone who has maybe lost a little bit of track or is kind of disconnected from themselves, this can kind of bring you back into yourself within a week. Within 3 days, you will actually start to feel a bit better. So for anyone who knows about nervous system regulation, you know that it's all about feeling safe within your nervous system. And a lot of the time, if we are creating something different in our reality, the first way that we will notice changes and the first way that we will experience the changes will be how we feel through our emotions, because our emotions kind of learn quicker than what we tell ourselves. So that is why the subconscious mind has all of these kind of beliefs and everything embedded within them, because the nervous system is about the emotional response that we have to them in our reality. So that is kind of why we study or we look at the nervous system and we kind of stabilize it, because if we're in an instance where something may trigger us, the more stabilized we are in our nervous system, our emotions will not react unconsciously or subconsciously, causing us to spiral or causing us to show up in a way that maybe we would rather not show up as. So to get into stabilizing the nervous system, there are many ways that we can do this. As you know, breath work is one of the biggest ones that I do myself. I have tried a couple of different ones, but the one that I always come back to is the Wim Hof. I find that it's the most effective one for me anyway when I do breath work. And to start it off in your week, for anyone who has not done it before, to ask yourself how many times of the day that you would be able to incorporate into your routine. So maybe you can do it first thing in the morning, maybe there's a space within your lunch hour, maybe there's a space in your afternoon, maybe there's then the space before you go to bed. But I would recommend, if you're starting out, to do about 3 to 4 times a day where you can have them few minutes to connect with your breath. And the reason why I say this is for anyone who is beginning. People who are kind of more advanced on nervous system regulation may have their own kind of routine, but if someone is disconnected and they don't know where to start again, or maybe they're just beginning, it's a good way to kind of start as you mean to go on and start from doing about 3 to 4. So if you look at 7 days of the week, you have your Monday to your Sunday, and even within the first 3 days, as I say, you will start to feel better if you incorporate this kind of routine into your day. So on top of doing any form of breath work, meditations are good as well. I know myself, I meditate on chakras, but I also look at other things like Kira yoga as well. I do like that one. That is up there. I think I have linked it before. I might actually link it again on this video, because I find that there's a lot of stability and groundedness that I kind of gain from that after the session is over. So with that, you also want to be looking at your beliefs. So if you're someone who is changing your beliefs, I know myself, I listen to them at nighttime. I find it more effective than any other way that I have done it, because I did listen to it during the day. I have done it where I would just take a few minutes a day just to affirm it, but I just find that listening to them at nighttime has helped me feel more at peace within myself every time that I do, when I am changing them. So it's more effective for me to do it like that, but I know some people are not able to do it when you're sleeping, so there are other ways to do it. You can have a few minutes of your day to sit down and listen to them. You can listen to binaural beats and affirm them into your head. You can have a mental diet where you have 1 or 2 affirmations that you are conscious of throughout the day that you can bounce back into anytime you feel like you are wavering or you're feeling a little emotional. So when we start to do this as well, and you're doing your breath work and you're doing it maybe 3 or 4 times a day, you will notice that you won't be wavering as much. Your nervous system will be starting to be more connected. And so any kind of thing that you're creating or manifesting or anything like that is going to feel more real to you, because your nervous system is accepting what it is that you are actually telling it as well too. So you're calming it down with your routine, you're telling it affirmations, and it doesn't even have to be a load of affirmations. It can simply be just 1 or 2 affirmations that you jump onto. Everything's fine, everything's working out for me, I got this, or this thing is coming to me, or whatever it is that you are creating. You find an affirmation that is that you are able to kind of repeat in your mind without feeling overwhelmed. But as I say, as you start to do the kind of nervous system regulation, you won't even probably need all of these affirmations, because you will do the nervous system, you'll feel more calmer within yourself, then you'll have these kind of notions or ideas in your head, excuse me, that will feel real to you and feel like you can actually take them on, because your nervous system is accepting it in that way. So I just wanted to do a quick kind of recap on this and do a quick video on it for anyone who wants to start getting into a routine. Monday to Sunday, 3, if you can do 4, that's great. Times a day of breath work would be the main thing to do before you even start to even think about having positive thoughts or anything like that. Look into ways that you can incorporate a healthy habit into your day. Any type of exercise at all is good for the brain. Even if you are someone who cannot get outside, open your windows and that in your house, get a bit of air in. It's very, very good for your brain. Look at certain foods that you can incorporate in that will be good for your brain as well too. I know that it's hard to, if you're somebody who is not on a particular diet that is good for your health and things like that, it can be hard to just jump in to start eating healthily. So just little things at a time, like an apple a day, or even walnuts and berries and things that are good for your brain, fish and all of that kind of thing. Although I do say that I am actually not a big fish lover myself, so but it is very, very good for your brain. So any ways that you can incorporate omega-3 into your diet as well too, but little steps at a time is very, very, very impactful to how you are changing, rather than jumping in and thinking that you have to have everything figured out straight away. So the first thing to do is the nervous system regulation. Monday to Friday, 3 to 4 breaths a day if you can, breath works a day if you can. Incorporate any kind of thing that you can in mindfulness that would be extra to it. So any meditations, a little walk, exercise or whatever as well. Mindful eating, as I say, as well too. But you can also just take a few minutes and sit down and listen to a couple of affirmations, or listen to kind of binaural beats or meditative music. Anything that will bring you back into yourself, your prayers for the day, or whatever it is that you could incorporate. And you will find that as you do this each day, on the 3rd day, I know for myself, I always find it that it's the 3rd day if I have been disconnected from doing anything, maybe because things have been busy or whatever. When I start to discipline myself to get back into all this routine, on the 3rd day, you just start to feel the complete change. You just start to feel different. You're more motivated, your mind is more clear, and it doesn't even take the 7 days to actually get back into that kind of connectedness within yourself. So that is the way I would do a routine for anyone who's beginning, or anyone who feels like they don't know where to start. If they had started and they just kind of lost track of it, is to just start with the nervous system regulation and then move on to whatever it is that you want to incorporate into your daily routine for living a healthy and kind of sustainable and maintainable kind of way of being able to open yourself up to accept whatever it is that you are creating and changing in your life. So with that being said, you can email me at any time. My email is in the About page, but you can comment down below as well if you have any questions, and I will get back to you. So have a lovely weekend and a lovely afternoon, and I will chat to you soon.